Alrighty, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the show. We're looking at more emergency vehicles, police cars, ambulances, that type of thing. This is one of my favorite segments on this channel. I absolutely love seeing these, learning about them, seeing the different high-vis paint schemes and the different vehicles used and the different light patterns, light colors, siren sounds, right? This is pretty unique across different cities, different countries, different regions. It's really interesting because of that, as well as just seeing the scenery of where we're being filmed at in the first place. And that, in this video, is somewhere new that we haven't looked at for at least these emergency vehicles, and that is, of course, Portugal. And Lisbon, Portugal, to be exact. So I'm really excited about that. I've heard many great things about Lisbon. And this has been suggested actually by a lot of people. So I in this video, I don't have one particular person to thank, but everyone that has suggested Portugal videos, especially about these emergency vehicles, I do thank you. It's been a long time coming, so here we go. Let's jump straight into it. This is by a channel called Mario40029. Of course, this will be linked in the description down below, so you can watch this whole video uninterrupted and definitely browse their channel. Let's go. Okay, first impressions. That place is, wow, that place is very beautiful. I mean, if I can just rewind here, look at the street, and it looks like we're by some sort of bay or coastline. This open area is, of course, pretty with the blue skies, but then when we turn here, yeah, look at that street and these row of buildings. Really, really cool. I know I always say this, but I can't drive home enough how different that looks than the U.S. It just looks so different. Of course, the U.S. is scattered throughout the country. It looks way different in state to state, but generally anywhere in the U.S. doesn't look like this. Very, very cool to see. And this ambulance is cool. So we got like a highlighter yellow with a blue, and it looks like all blue lights. And the siren is nice. Nice, clean siren, nice and loud, not super weird like some of the sirens I've heard. I like it. It's nice. We have people out walking. Nice lively area there. And then we have a red ambulance. Cool. Let's see. Now, forgive me, of course, I don't, I'm usually terrible at saying anything from any country, so obviously, we're going to be looking at Portuguese here. Now, I do know, a little bit of Spanish because, of course, my wife and her family speak Spanish, but Spanish and Portuguese, might be very loosely similar, but definitely different. I don't know if that'll help me too much on trying to pronounce Portuguese words. It might help a tiny bit, but from what I understand, a lot of Portuguese is different than Spanish. So I'm going to guess this is like bomberos, ambulancia. Probably butchered that. You can laugh at me in the comments. That's fine. But I tried. But yeah, that's cool. That was an IWrocker unit, by the way. And I didn't catch who made the first ambulance we saw. I didn't catch that, but that is an IWrocker. So that's cool. Oh, and look at this trolley. Whoa. That's so cool. And there was a Skoda in traffic. Hell yeah. Okay, we have a cool nighttime shot. Coming down this slight hill. Okay, how is he going to clear this? He's got a lot of traffic in the way. This is always interesting to see. We have a red ambulance again with the blue lights. Nice light setup. It's always nerve-wracking to see, though, how they're going to navigate through traffic, right? That is not an easy job by any means. Traffic got moving, so I guess that helped, because they were sitting still. Okay, now he's coming up on this sea of cars. What are they going to do? He's having trouble. They're not out of the way yet. Okay, from what I saw, these guys weren't moving yet, but this guy couldn't really move because this guy in front of him wouldn't move. And as well as he's got a line of trees here, he's got cars there. It looks like this person was well aware of the ambulance. And look, they start flashing their brights at this driver. And this driver seems to be oblivious. So, there's always a couple people around you in traffic that just are oblivious to the world, right? This is a Mercedes unit. So not the same ambulance as last seen. A red Mercedes unit. Oh, and we have a Policia motorcycle. Very cool. And what is this cool bus? That is so interesting looking. It's actually very nice. The Euro buses I still haven't covered. I'm going to have a whole segment on European buses as well. Or quite frankly, buses around the world. The buses in the U.S. look so much different than this. And again, I'm not trying to rip on my own country. Some of our coach liners are spectacular in the U.S., right? Like a coach bus, a luxury bus. You know, you'd hope they'd be nice if they're luxury buses, right? So those are pretty cool. But generally, a lot of buses you'd see in the city are just kind of more generic, not anything to write home about. Whereas a lot of these buses I see just in traffic in Europe are really cool. This is a cool, I believe that's the Volvo logo. So that's a Volvo bus. It looks awesome. I just like the way it looks. It looks really neat. Look at that thing. Damn. And it's got the mirrors that hang down from the top. It's kind of cool. Look at me getting off track. So we have a police motorcycle here. That's a nice bike. I don't know what it is though. Perhaps maybe a BMW, but that's what I was going to lean towards, but it doesn't have the BMW logo on the side, does it? I don't see it. Yeah, anyone know what that motorcycle was? Let us know. Our camera perspective looks like it's on a rooftop. So that's interesting. Yeah, we have some ambulances, and I don't know if that's another emergency support car or perhaps a police car. I'm not sure. Wow, look at that view. Very nice in Lisbon there, though. Definitely looks pretty nice, I gotta admit. And then this is interesting. When I skip ahead, this is made by... This is why I love discovering videos in Europe. This is just so different. This looks like a tow truck. And I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this just makes me laugh. I don't mean it in a bad way. I just laugh because it's so different. That is a tow truck. And, of course, it's got this Euro van. Well, we call them Euro vans here because we do have Euro cargo vans, European cargo vans. So, like the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Then they have the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter like rebadged as a couple different things here, like Freightliner, but it's the same thing. And I think another one. And then, of course, we have like the Fiat cargo vans here. We have the Ram ProMaster, which is literally the Fiat van. We have a lot of the Ford Transit vans, the Euro Transit vans. And I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting. But yeah, we have those. But when it comes to a lot of other applications like flatbed trucks, work trucks, tow trucks, all these things, of course, they're usually almost always built on an American truck chassis, right? Like a big GMC full-size truck, a big Chevy, a big Ford, a big Dodge Ram, whatever, right? Whereas in Europe, I've seen some flatbeds that had this Eurovan front, but then a long flatbed. Or in this case, we have the tow truck with, again, a Eurovan front, and it's a tow truck. It's just so wild to me. It's so different. And because, of course, this tow truck would have a similar-looking rear end on it, but then the front would be like a big Ford F450 or an F350 or something. You know what I mean? So it's just funny to see like that difference because I've not seen a tow truck at all yet in any of these other countries. And this is a first. Pretty interesting. Not going to lie. I can't even tell. It looks like it says Iveco, but it's so far away I cannot tell what it is. I'm going to guess it's an Iveco unit. But hey, that's going to do it for this one. Look, that was a quick look at some Lisbon emergency vehicles in Portugal. Really good selection, though. I want to discover more of these, so please keep your ideas coming. And I want to see some more videos on Portugal in general. I'm just so fascinated by the vibe and the appearance and the aesthetic of all these different places throughout Europe. I think it's beautiful and really refreshing to see, right? Because yeah, unless I seek this stuff out, this kind of thing is just not presented to me very much at all, honestly, in American culture media, right? Everything is super local. It's just America all the time, and then maybe a sprinkle of Canadian stuff or Mexican stuff, like news and culture. That's it. Seeing these beautiful shots of Lisbon or beautiful shots of Prague or London or Frankfurt or any of these iconic places throughout Europe. It just doesn't really happen over here unless you seek it out yourself. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, having a lot of fun with these. I hope you enjoyed this one. Can't wait to hear your comments down below. Please throw a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to be part of this amazing community we do have here. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker, and until next time, y'all, catch you later.